Hi everybody, Patty Ann here. Hold on just a sec, I need a sip of my coffee. Okay, today I've got something pretty exciting to show you. At least I think it's exciting, and it's helping me learn more about Design Space and using my Cricut machine as I go. So in order to get the file, if you want to follow along with me or try the same thing, you'll need to come over to my Facebook account, Facebook group, just because I honestly don't know how to share this file anywhere else. So if you come over to Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann, it's a Facebook group. So you need to go to the group and check for that. And then scroll down. You'll come to this page right here, and you'll see that it looks like stickers that say Merry Christmas and that kind of stuff, and it says just for starters, and Patty Ann's Place print then cut plaid for YouTube subscribers, and I just had to name it something, so there you go. So when I click on that, it's going to open up my Design Space actually, and I hope it does for you as well. And it's going to come to your project area, and hopefully this one will be there. If there's a problem, please let me know, because this is my first time doing this. So anyway, I click on it, and I have two options down at the bottom, customize or make it. I want to customize it. And once the project comes in, I'm going to come down here to the lower left hand corner and make it a little smaller so I can see all of it. And right now you can see when I move it like this, it's all moving together, and it's not grouped up here, but it's flattened down here. So I need to unflatten it. And then you can see some parts to it over here. For example, you can see that there's the Merry Christmas. Maybe you don't want that text at all. And I'm going to change the background of my screen now so that you can see things a little better, maybe. I think I like gray. Yeah. Okay. So there's Merry Christmas. Maybe I don't want that. And maybe I don't want the tree either. So, and maybe I actually hate this plaid that I picked out. So I can come over here. Do you see when I click on this thing now? It come over here to slice results. I can double click on this, and it makes this window fly out, and it's going to load patterns. If it doesn't load patterns and it loads colors, that'd be fine too if I want to change them all to colors. But if I want to change all of those to a different pattern, I can do it right here. I can scroll down through here and find all kind of different patterns that I might like. Another thing that might be interesting, I wonder what that would do. I have no idea because, like I said, I'm just starting to play with this along with you guys. So it takes a while for the pattern to load, and it's going to load in every one of those images that I have ready for you. Okay, that's kind of cool. I kind of like that, you know? So maybe I don't like it exactly how it is. Down here, if you look where my mouse is going, it says edit. I can edit how that looks. Now let me move, darn, I was wishing I could move this box over so you could see, but I guess you'll just have to look here and kind of peek right here. I can make these boxes smaller, look at that. Or I can make them really big. And if it's something that I wanted to rotate, I could rotate here or flip. So I think what I really like is I like it kind of smaller like that. So I'm going to leave it like that for right now. It's okay. Probably would look better if I had a different color background other than gray. Is this? It is that. And I want to make it maybe a dark purple. Okay, there. Now you can see it a little better, even black. Wee. Royal violet. Okay. Anyway, let me get rid of this little thing and this Merry Christmas. And then let me make this larger. So we can kind of focus in on one sticker. Now all of these images, I believe all of them that I got are from, if I go to images and cartridges and Cricut Craft Room, I think it's called. Cricut, here it is. Cricut Craft Room Basics. So all of the images that I got from here, there are 27 of them. One of the ones that I really liked is this rounded rectangle one. Selecting an object from the top puts it into the bottom tray for insertion. And let me just move this guy way off to the side because we don't want him to bother us. And this is the one I'm going to use first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resize him to see where I would like him to be. And you know what? To me, that already looks about perfect. Maybe I could stretch him a little bit from side to side. But I don't like the color particularly. So I'm going to change it to something. Oh, I could choose one of the colors that's in here. Oh, you know what else I want to do though? I want to make this a size that I can write down and use for all of these boxes. Well, there's only 3 of them this time, but so I could just go like this up here and duplicate and duplicate. And then I'd have all 3 in case I wanted to make them all the same way. All right, let's see. So I'm going to make the first one, and notice when I highlight it, it comes over here and it gets highlighted in the layers panel. Okay, so let's see. Maybe, and this one is turned off so I can't see its layer that's behind. But let's say I just want to make this one white to start with. Okay, so we'll do that. We're just going to change these layers to begin with. Maybe this next one, it gets highlighted. Maybe I want to make it like a lilac-y color. And maybe this one I want to make pretty blue. But I'm not finding a pretty blue up there. I have to come down here to find a pretty blue. All right, that's fine. Oh, but wait a minute. Maybe I want to do something else to this one. How about this center one right here? How about if we come over here and you know where this thing is checked off? Over here? Well, what if I do that and I come up here and I ungroup it? So those two are no longer grouped together, so I can move one or the other. Why don't I make this one larger? Kind of center it back there and make it that pretty dark purple color, royal purple. And then I bring this one back over here and I could do that, and I could center these two together. So I clicked on these two, and I'm going to say align and center. Okay, there we go. And that looks pretty cute. All right, so now let's imagine, do I want to do something? I really still don't like the color of this one. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Sorry, you guys. I was going to change it to white. Okay. So let's imagine I want to write some text in here now. So I'm going to come over to the text tool, and maybe you want to write Happy New Year. Notice every one of my words is on a different line here. That's because after I typed happy, I hit return or the enter button, and then new, enter, and then year, enter. I wanted those on separate lines. So here it is down here, and holy moly, it's really big. So I'm going to use this little button-y thing down here to move it smaller. And I'm going to make my background a little lighter now. Okay, here we go. Happy New Year. And then in addition to that, I'm going to come up here where the line spacing is, and I'm going to lower my line spacing. This moves rather slowly if you ask me. Sometimes I just like to put a number in here, and since I'm making it closer together, it's going to be a minus number probably. So I'm going to hit the minus symbol and a 2 and see what happens, and hit enter. All right, I kind of like that. Here's the thing though. I don't like how they're all aligned over here on the left. I want them aligned center. So I'm going to go with my mouse and just drag a box around all of them. Come up here to the top where it says alignment, and I'm going to click on it and align center. Cool. All right, and now I'm going to see, is it going to fit in my box? Well, you know what? It almost does. I think I'll make it just a tiny bit smaller. So maybe I'm having a New Year's Eve party or a New Year's party or a New Year's Day, and I'm a scrapbooker and I can put scrapbook things on my pages. Let's see, maybe I'm still making Christmas presents and I know somebody that loves purple, and I actually do. And so maybe I'll write someone's name in here that likes purple. Whoops. Okay, I've written in a name, but notice how far apart those letters are. So this time I don't have two lines that I need to get spaced closer together. I have letters that I want to change the spacing of. And I'm going to use a down arrow because I want them to get closer together. I just keep clicking. You can probably hear. Now I'm not crazy about what's happening right here, but this stuff is still too far away in my opinion. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to come up here in my layers panel and ungroup. And now I can move these letters individually. Okay, that's pretty good. Now, I want to make sure that they're all lined up nicely at the bottom. So I'm going to, whoops, I got to move that out of the way. I'm going to highlight them, grab them all, and I'm going to say align bottom. Now, it's not going to work for the Y, but everything else will be aligned nicely, and I can just fix the Y. So I'm going to say align bottom. Okay, so all of these are aligned exactly how they should be. And now I just want to, whoops. I just want to grab the Y and move it down and put it where I think it should go. Right there. I wish there was a nudge tool on Cricut Design Space where you could just, you know, like hit your arrow and it would just go over just a teeny bit each time you hit it. But to my knowledge, there isn't one. So now I'm going to regroup these. I'm going to go up here to the top and group them back together because I don't want to accidentally move one without the other. So I'm going to group them, and now I can mess with them and they don't come apart. And now I'm going to make it smaller. And then I have to move this back over here so I can see how I was wanting it. I'll show you in the end how we're going to fix all that. So I can make it smaller, but this is a younger girl, and maybe she'd even like her name a little crookedy like that. I bet she would. And you know what's really funny? I just remembered she loves slime. I should have the slime, the little slime logo to put on hers or on one of these. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? So let's see. Let's imagine now that I want to come over here and I want to add a shape, an image. Images. I can choose any image at all that I like. I can go to cartridges. Maybe I want to do Disney. Maybe we're going to Disney and I want to... Now these you'll have to pay for. These aren't free. I've purchased a few of them. But you can try them out before you use them. I'll do Olaf just because I like him. I can't remember. I've bought one of these. I could look. I could do this filter, and I could do purchased. I should have just gone in images and searched for a purchased something or other. That was a filter that I put on. So I'm going to click him and I'm going to insert him. Okay, he's going to be really cute right in there. So all I need to do then is resize him down so he'll fit. Bring him over. Once I have him over here, I can make him a little larger to fit well. Pretty darn cute. Okay, so I have all kind of different shapes here. Now down here at the hearts, they're a little bit different. See these? So once again, I would come over to images and cartridges, because remember, I'm looking for the Cricut craft room, and that's where I got the heart. That's where I said I got all the shapes. Oh, I still had that filter on, so I want to go to cartridges. I'm going to clear the filters, and then I'm going to go to Cricut craft room, and here they are down here. Cricut craft room basics. All of these are free always. So I'm going to get the heart. Let's see, which one did I use? I didn't use the jaggedy edged one because I'm making stickers and I didn't really think I wanted jaggedy edges. So I'm going to insert that one. All right. So now I am going to have to resize him. I don't know why I always call them guys. So he'll fit on here. And I wanted to make sure I went back to Cricut Craft Room and got the same heart because it's perfectly shaped like that one. Then I'm going to come up here in the layers panel and change the color of it. That pinky color is sort of putrid. All right, that's good enough. I'm just going to quit here. And maybe on this one, I'll just put XOXO. So once again, I'm going to come over to the text tool and I'm going to hit XOXO. And I think I'll change the font. I'm going to try again to use that one I told you guys that I love in that other video, and it just really didn't turn out very well. I'm going to try it again. It's this one right here. Let's see what these letters turn out like. Cute. Okay, so you know the first thing I want to do, right? I want to move those letters closer together. So I want the letter spacing to change. So I don't want the line spacing because there's only one line. I want letter spacing. So I'm going to start doing the down arrow so they can get closer together. All right, that's pretty good. And then I'll probably have to make them smaller. Okay. And maybe I like them black, but maybe I want them to be purple, so they match the rest of the purpley jazz. Okay. And let's see, there's the butterfly that came from there. I think you get the idea now about how to use these stickers, but wait, let me get rid of this dude because we don't need him right now. I want to show you something. If you think you're done, you're going to be really sad because watch. When I go to make it, what in the world? Here are all the shapes. Here are some other things that are going to cut out of white cardstock. Some text. Messed up text. Other things that are going to cut out. I think that might be the nose, Olaf's nose. So we can tell that's not right. I've got to cancel this. And what I've got to do so I can use this is first I want to make sure scale this down. And I'm going to take my mouse, hold it down and grab everything here. Then I'm going to come over here to the very bottom of the layers panel and hit the word flatten. And now you're going to see what happens. So let's go to make it. Here we go. Here's what's going to happen. When you make this, when you put it into your printer first, this is a print then cut. If I go continue, it's going to ask me to select a Cricut device, which I can do now, but it's not going to go to my Cricut yet. And I can't quite turn it on because I don't have it powered on. So it's going to do that. And then what I need to do first, though, look over here. Number 1, print. Print images on a printer of your choice. So I say send to printer. And here's my printer. Use this if you don't see yours in there, whatever one you have set up to work at your house. Leave bleed on and go to print. And then after I print this, I will take the sheet out of my printer and put it on my mat and then stick that in my machine because it will be ready to be cut. So the next thing we're going to have to do is set the material, and this depends on whether you use cardstock. Are you doing it for scrapbooking, or did you use printable vinyl? Generally, I like to use printable vinyl, but I'm not going to do it right now, and the reason being is I want to finish putting text on all those little stickers, or on the majority of them anyway, before I print it. But that's all I would do then. I would make sure after it's printed that on my mat I put it the same way that it looks on this fake looking mat. So I want the Happy New Year to be up in the upper left hand corner, and it's going to look exactly like this on my mat. If I turn it around some other way, it's not going to cut it right. Remember, when you put it into cut, your print and cut feature is first going to read these registration marks, the black lines. That little light's going to come on. It's going to go all around here and see where these are. And then it's going to know where each one of these individual pieces are. But guess what? It's not going to cut Happy New Year all by it, you know, the happy out, the new and the year and the white box. It's just going to cut around the outer box. The rest of this will be printed on. So that's it. It's so easy to use these. So again, to recap, all you do is take the image that I just sent you, or that you can find when you go to the Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann Facebook group. It will come into your projects. You'll open it. When you open it, you'll say, oh, and down here when you scroll, it tells you a little bit about it, and it also tells you which items I've used in this project. Okay, then you're going to go to Customize, and I guess I'll replace the one that I already have there. And it's as simple as that. Remember, when you first come in, everything's flattened together. You can't do squat with anything. You've got to come down here and unflatten. And now you have access to these things. So you can take the Christmas tree off, the Merry Christmas off, but you can change the pattern that's in here. You can add a shape to it and just have fun. So anyway, once you try this, I'd really like to see, maybe you can take a screenshot or a snippet with the snipping tool and take a screenshot. Here's the snipping tool for those of you who aren't aware of it. Okay, so it's called a snipping tool, and if you can see this wee little thing here, this is what it looks like. So I'm going to say new, and then it just lets me drag a box around what I want to show somebody or what I want to save to show. So there's this. Let's just say I want to save that much. Here it is, comes up like this, and it's going to ask me, well, what do I want to do with it? I want to go to File and Save As. I wonder what it's send to. Nah, I want to save as, and I'll save it somewhere where I can find it, and then I'll upload it to the Cricut Design Space with Patty Ann Facebook page so everybody can see what we're doing with our stickers. So anyway, thanks a lot for joining me, you guys. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up and share this video, and that's it. Thanks. Bye.